Hey, so a while ago I made a video on some, tips on Obby Creator. And originally that was just going to be a one-part video, but I realized that there was some stuff I probably should have mentioned. Like, I mentioned how to use all the parts, except for the pressure plate, but I never really told you how to make a game with them. So I'm going to go through a few categories of games that you can make with them. First up is going to be the most simple one, Obbies. Now, this is definitely the easiest one because it's literally what the game is intended for, but I'll just make a quick version of an obby so we can get a truss, build it up like this, climb up, and then we can add a part. Extend it like this. We're also going to get rid of this floor, so whenever you fall down, you die. But we want to make sure you can actually get to the platform. So we're just going to add it here. Next, by the way, I'm making this very sloppily, just as an example. Let's put a lava part down. Maybe make it a little longer. And then make another one, or as many as you want. And then we can add a checkpoint. So yeah, just keep doing this. And if you want to get more creative, then watch my other video to learn how to use all the parts. But that basically does it for just obbies in general. But you can also just use basic parts. Like, for example, we can make a cylinder like this. But if that's too easy, you can do things like make some moving lava. So you have to go through it quickly. And then, if that's too slow, you can make it a bit faster. Like that. So now we have to... Oh, I just... So now, boom. Okay, that's it for the obby part. Pretty simple. One thing I will say though, actually, before I'm done, you can also do difficulty charts. So maybe it gets harder and harder. So maybe you can make it green to represent easy, and then at a certain point it turns like yellow, and then orange, and then red, whatever you want to do, and then you put something that says what difficulty you're in. Most people know what a difficulty chart is, but just in case you don't, you can do that. Oh yeah, also you won't actually have this much space if you were to play the game right now, because I may or not have bought a few game passes, but you still get quite a lot of space to work with. Okay, so that's all intended, but there is some more stuff that you can do with Obby Creator. Now, my favorite kind of game to make in Obby Creator is actually one I'm working on right now, a find the blank games. You've probably seen a few on Roblox, and maybe even played them, but did you know you can actually make them in Obby Creator? Once again, I'm going to make this very scuffed. So let's just get a wall over here. And that says can be our index of things. Now, I don't know what this is going to be, because it can literally be anything, but let's just say it's just going to be bricks. Yeah, find the bricks. So let's make it red, add the brick texture, and then boom, you have a brick. And then also if you're making an index like this, you probably make it flat, and then yeah, like that. Never mind, don't do that, that makes it disappear. We'll also make another brick. We'll do the grass brick. Also, everything is in alphabetical order. Okay, so now we have the grass brick and normal brick. So let's copy this now. And then we're going to go to the effects and add text. Add the text and then bring it to the right direction. What is it? Am I crazy? What? Okay, I'm tripping. Anyway, once you do this, let's put some text on it. So let's just say brick. And then we'll put this above here. Okay, so now we have brick. And then we'll copy it with this little button here. Slide it over. And then we'll do grass brick. You can also change the font if you want. And then lastly, let's add the difficulty. So we'll say this is like easy. Oh, you have to wait for the text sometimes. So that's easy. I'll make it green. And then I'll go over here. And let's say this one is very easy. Now, normally I associate very easy with a lighter green, like this. So let's do that. Okay, the next step we're going to do, there's multiple ways to do this, but I'm just going to do my version. Get a brick like this, plan it down, and we'll make it like a little check mark. So we're going to make it green. And then also, you should probably make it neon, which makes it look a little nicer. And then let's add another one for this one. Make sure it doesn't cover the text though, so I'll just do that. Now, we're going to make it so you can't collide with it, and you're also going to make it transparent. Like so. Okay, now let's put the actual brick in. Oh yeah, also make sure I add a checkpoint. We need that. Okay, so red brick. Okay. I'll make it just a little bigger. It feels too small. Alright, now here's the most important part, the button. So there's two different ways you can do this. So I'm actually going to do one for the grass brick. So let's actually make this grass. So it makes it a little bit harder because it kind of blends in like this. And then we can make it the same color. And then grass. Okay, and I'll put it down like this. So you can still kind of see it, but it's a bit harder. So I'm going to do two different versions I know of with the two different bricks. First is the easier method. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the button all around the brick, like this. Okay. Now make it so you can't collide, and set its transparency to 1. Then make sure the parts is visible. This should be on by default. And then you're going to set the time to 0. This will turn it into infinite. Play activate should be true, and then press the edit button, and then click on the green mark. So now, so as you can see, there's no green mark, but then when we touch it, now there is a green mark, meaning that we got it. And then the other method, which I like to use, we're just going to copy and paste it over. We're going to make it affect the green one. So let's put it near the guy. So what you're going to do for this one is actually deactivate player activated. This part's important. Then you go down and you're going to add a prompt. Now once we add a prompt, you should probably make this something like collect or collect brick. And then we'll put the name of it here. So we'll put grass brick. You can set the distance to anything you want. That may not make sense at first, but just trust me, okay? Make sure to turn required sight off sometimes, and it'll make hold duration 3. That might sound pretty complicated, but trust me, it's not. If you want to make it look a little nicer, you should probably put it inside it. So like this. And oh, okay, I don't think I pressed that before. Okay, now it should, yeah, you see there's this little prompt, and now we can hold it, and now we have the brick. So yeah, this is my favorite type of obby to make. They're just pretty fun. And then, you know, you can do things like add music, but you have to buy a Game Pass to do that. And then you can make stuff like different biomes, like maybe you can make a desert. So yeah, pretty fun. Let's delete this now, I don't really want it. Okay, the next one you can do is models, but I don't do that, so we're gonna act like I made this model. Yeah, if you like to make shapes and stuff, just do this, and then you can make stuff like maybe Pokemon or Undertale. Yeah, these seem to be very popular, so do that if you want. I don't do that though, but it is pretty cool. The next thing you can make is just a chill out area. And what I mean by that is a role play. Now these are actually pretty fun, so there's not really any steps to do this, but I've seen a few of them. Maybe you can just like put a little restaurant here, or like not a restaurant but a counter, and then you can be like, hello, would you like a taco? And then you can make them sit down or whatever. Okay, I don't actually have this planned, but what else can you make? Oh, right. Troll obbies. I know, these might seem kind of similar to normal obbies, and they are, but they're more fun and more annoying at the same time. Also, I know I have the retro slot accusations, and this isn't helping, but I think it looks nicer with studs. I'm just saying. Alright, so we'll just do the same thing that we did before. Once again, you can basically do anything. I'm just going to do it like this. So let's say we get moving lava. Well, actually, I'll get some normal lava first. Put it here. And then we'll make another one. Okay, now we want to make sure it's the same shape as this. So make sure it's in like the same spot. I don't know why I just ran into the lava like an idiot. Okay, let me just... Is that the same? No. No, it's not. Okay. Yes. Now, put them at the same size. Okay, cool. Okay, we're actually gonna have to move this. Okay, now this is where it gets fun. So instead of doing continuous, we're gonna do button activated, and we're gonna put it up here like this, or maybe up here. Okay, now you get a button, and you're gonna put it around it like this. Make it transparent, obviously. And now you're gonna do activate parts. Press edit, and I'll do it on this, on the moving lava. So now it should work like this. Oh, okay, that's really slow. We can probably make it a bit faster. So let's do that. Let's make it like 2. Nah, 1. Alright, let's try it now. Yeah, okay, that's actually way lamer than I thought it'd be, but you can make pretty fun stuff. I definitely made it too slow. Okay, that's like the slowest you can make it. Oh yeah, that's good. But also, it's kind of low. We need to make it a bit higher. Yeah. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh, it's easy actually. Oh, never mind. Yeah, these can be annoying, but also kind of fun. And then you can do the same thing like before and make it a difficulty chart. That hurts my eyes. Maybe make it a bit darker. Yeah, that's better. Alright, well, I think that's about everything I have right now. But, I mean, you can also make towers, but there's a whole separate game that makes it easier for towers. I mean, I've made a tower before, but that's before the game came out. So maybe I'll make a video on that. I haven't actually gotten into Tower Creator myself yet. I just stick to Obby Creator because, you know, I'm very, very used to this game. Thanks for watching, and, you know, if you want, maybe play this game and make your own stuff, because that's fun. Okay, bye.